Hey, I just want to take a minute. This is a short video. It's kind of impromptu. I wasn't even thinking about doing it. But while I was electroplating, one of the troubles I run into is that the piece, if it's stationary, tends to plate more towards your anodes and less towards the shadowy areas where, like, if you thought of your anode as a flashlight, the side the light would be hitting tends to plate easier than the side opposite of your anode. And so this can be overcome in a few ways. One way is to have multiple anodes around your object, and that works pretty well. But you know, it's kind of a pain to honestly have to place 3, 4 anodes around a small little tank, and you got to make little filters for each one of them. Anyhow, I don't enjoy that. So I saw a video of some guy at some point. He took a servo motor and he made a rotating hanger for his cathode, or his piece he wanted to plate. And while it seems a little bit like a pain in the butt to use a servo motor, but anyhow, I thought we could build one a lot easier. We can simply order a hobbyist DC motor and a small 12-volt controller, and we should be able to build something like that relatively easy. So this video is just going to be me showing you that, how to do it, and it will eliminate the need to have multiple anodes to reduce shadowing or different thicknesses of copper plating on your parts. And so we're going to just kind of throw one of those together. I don't know how it's going to go. Let's see. Hopefully it'll help, because at this point I just kind of get in there and turn my object a little bit every so often so it can like not get shadowed. But I am big on animating stuff because I've got 3 kids. I've got a wife who's just as bad as 3 kids, and so I have no free time. And I also work a full-time job. So anything I can automate to do something so I don't have to, I'm a huge fan of. So let's go build this, and hopefully it's going to save us some time so we can spend time doing the things we really want to do, which does not include turning a small copper wire connected to something in my electroplating tank every hour. Yeah. All right, so here we're just applying some flux to our copper wires to attach to the motor, followed by adding solder to connect the wires to the motor post terminals. Once that's finished, we're going to go ahead and take the other ends of the wires from the motor and connect them to our 12-volt DC controller. This is a very simple version. You just plug into a 120-volt outlet, and then you can turn on your motor at a variable voltage between 3 and 24 volts. All right, guys, I'm back with the motor. One of my solder joints broke because I was playing with it too much, and I fixed it. And now we are going to electrical tape the connection like so, so that it can't pull anymore. Sorry, I'm not good at taping on camera, apparently. All right, and I will go ahead and show you the other parts I went ahead and did off camera. I drilled a hole through there and just stuck a copper wire and a loop out of it just to test to see how well it would hold up. All right, my 3D design skills is horrible, guys, but I whipped this guy up in Tinkercad online. This just is sized to fit on top of my beakers, so I'll show you that. Just take whatever beaker you have, and I just measured the circle here and made a circle in Tinkercad, and then kind of built some stuff around it to make this little frame. The motor will drop through there like so, and it mounts above your beaker like this. And I put a little cutout here so that you could clamp the wire from your power supply to the copper wire. So we'll see how this works. I'll go ahead and get it screwed together. All I'm using is just some little wood screws through here. Hold it in place. Again, this is just like a little concept I saw somebody else do, and I thought it might be a good thing to try. So we will see how it goes. And just be careful when you're screwing into 3D prints. It's really easy to crack these resin prints. So that fits on there pretty good, actually. You could almost pick up your beaker with it. It's such a good fit. Not quite. But so yeah, let's test it out. I'm gonna hang something and I'll get right back with you and we can look at it together. We'll go ahead and turn the power supply on here and see how it works. There's that. There we go. So probably not 19 volts. Let's start at, as low as this goes, 3. And even at 3, it's turning, but I think at 12 volts, it's rated for 3 RPM. So let's see, 6 should be roughly 1.5 RPMs, which is going to be perfect. The other thing I've designed into this is holes through here. I like to use copper pipe for my plating. So now those can just rest down in there. Simple as that. All right, I think that's going to work, guys. Anyhow, that's it. So if you want to build one of these, I will link the 2 parts I bought, the motor and the 12-volt power supply here. I went with these 2 because they're off the shelf. You don't have to tear apart a servo motor to make it work. And then if you want, I will just throw a link somewhere in the description to this file for this 3D print that I designed. I don't really know how to do that, but I'll figure it out and throw it up there for you guys in the future if you want to download this. My 3D printer software that I use, Box, you can just adjust the X, Y, and stretch it a little bit. So you should be able to fairly easily stretch this to fit your beaker. All right, so it might not have been clear earlier from my talk at how we were going to actually connect the cathode wire. So as you can see here, wire hangs down from the center support there. The other person I watched simply just connected an alligator clamp to their center wire, like so. And my hope here is that this motor will have enough torque to spin through with the clamp in, which it does. It's pretty high torque at this RPM, so the alligator clamp is just going to hold on very lightly up there. And if your print is too close to either anode, you can simply just bend the wire a little bit until you get it how you need it. But yeah, y'all can see this in demonstration here. Yeah, so this is pretty awesome. So the benefit of building something like this is you get shadowing from your anodes. And so what that means is, if you think of these as lights that are shining, anywhere the light hits plates well, anywhere there's shadow tends to not plate as well. And so this rotates your object so that the shadowing effect is very minimum. it was really simple. It took me maybe an hour to design this part, which I'll have available for you guys so you won't have to. And then 2 days for the stuff to get here from Amazon. Otherwise, it was relatively painless to build. So just throw it together, and I think it will improve your plating significantly. All right, well, I hope you all got something out of that. Again, I'll put this 3D print file online for y'all to download. I'll also include the links for the motor and the power supply in the description. So if y'all want to get those to build something like this, you can. It's really simple, guys, and it will take your electroplating of your 3D prints, or really any electroplating, up to the next level, so that you get a lot smoother surface finishes and a lot more even plating. This really will help get some of those crevices down inside your print that, you know, if you don't have angled exactly right, get a lot of shadowing. So this helps tremendously with that. If you can do this along with a magnetic stir and a setup like this, I think you'll have really good surface finish on your 3D prints. Check out my channel for a lot of other electroplating videos. If you like it and you want to see more, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that when we post new videos and we come up with new things, you guys are the first to find out. Any files that I create, I'll have online available to you somehow, and you can pick those up. Thanks, guys. Rock on and go build some cool stuff. I want to see it. Drop a link in the comments if you build cool shit. Because honestly, when I'm not down here and when I'm not with my kids and when I'm not at work, I'm usually watching other people build stuff. So let me know what you're building. If it's something cool, I will check it out. Thanks.